Hey, so in this video, I want to talk about the 3 ways that you can use your Young Living essential oils. So there's 3 ways that you can use it. The first way is going to be, that I'm going to talk about will be the topical application. So to apply essential oils topically, that means that you're going to actually be putting them on your skin or rubbing them on your skin. So your skin has an absorbable it's basically absorbs into your bloodstream. And whatever you put on your skin, it only takes 26 seconds to actually reach into your bloodstream. So when you use essential oils topically, there's a few things that you need to know. So first you need to identify what you're actually going to be using on your skin to determine if you can apply the essential oil, what we would call neat, which that means is that you can actually take the essential oil directly out of the bottle and place it on your skin. Depending on what oil it is, will tell you if you can apply it neat to your skin or not. So one oil that's great to be able to put on your skin without diluting it, without using a carrier oil, would be lavender. So lavender, and then that brings me to bring up this point as well. So you have 2 types of Young Living essential oils, or 2 categories, I should say. You have what's called a single oil, essential oil, or a blend of essential oils. So for example, a single would be lavender. So lavender is a species, it's something that grows out of the ground, and lavender is just going to be just the essential oil or the plant lavender in the bottle. Then you could have an example of a blend would be thieves. So there's no plant, tree, or flower that's named thieves. It's only, the reason that it's called thieves is because that's what it was named, and there's a group of essential oils that are synergistically blended together to create the essential oil blend, thieves. So first you need to identify, is this a single oil or a blend? If it's a single oil, then you just need to know, is this what we would call a hot oil? So hot meaning that you wouldn't want to directly put it on mucous membranes, or it might cause irritation to your skin, a hot oil, if you do not utilize a carrier oil. So for example, lavender is like the Swiss Army knife of oils, and I basically have bottles of lavender all throughout my house in the kitchen in case my skin hits the hot stove or it gets steamed, and I have a condition there on my skin that I just dump some lavender on it right away to handle that reaction to that heat, that unwanted reaction to that heat. I'll have lavender in the bathroom. I put it in my hair products. If the kids are playing outside and they come in with a boo-boo, lavender and tea tree oil are going on that. So you can use it in your Epsom soak, bath salts. You can use it in your laundry, like literally lavender. When all else fails, use lavender. So anyway, so that would be an example of an oil that you can use neat. It typically, generally would not cause, in most cases, any irritation. Now, if you had an essential oil called clove, that is a single essential oil. It's a species, but clove is considered a hot oil. So clove is not one that you would want to put on your skin without using a carrier oil. So let me go over carrier oils. Carrier oils are different from essential oils. Essential oils are the plant that, in essence, it's the blood of the plant. So the plant was squeezed, the oil came out of the leaves or the root, whatever part of the plant that they used. And so essential oils are going to evaporate if you leave the cover off. They're sensitive to light, so you want to always keep them out of light, and you also want to make sure that you screw the lid on right away after you're finished using it. Carrier oils are actually nutty oils. These are going to be greasy oils that you can use to combine with the essential oil, and you would use carrier oils for numerous reasons. For example, if you wanted to massage an essential oil into your skin, well, if you just use just the essential oil, it's going to actually blend in, absorb in your skin really quickly. But if you wanted to make it like a lasting so that you could actually massage it into your muscle, you would use a greasy carrier oil because that would help you drive the oil in. If you were making a chest rub that you wanted to breathe in for calming or to support your respiratory system, then you would want to use a carrier oil so that it kind of sits on top of your skin and you're able to continue inhaling it. So that's one reason you would use a carrier oil. Another reason that you use carrier oils is for babies and younger children. If you don't want the essential oil to absorb, and you use a carrier oil so that the essential oil will absorb into the skin, into the bloodstream at a slower rate. So there's different carrier oils. Like I said, it's going to be a nutty or a greasy oil. So an example would be coconut oil, grapeseed oil, sweet almond oil, jojoba oil, rosehip oil. There's numerous, avocado oil, and each one of those carrier oils have different properties, and some are really great with combining with the pH of the skin. Some have a slower absorption rate. So it really is your preference depending on what you're trying to accomplish, which carrier oil that you want to use. I personally use sweet almond oil often because I have it laying around in different bottles, so I'll use that on my kids. On my face, I'll use jojoba oil in salves that I make, or muscle rubs. If I want it to get hardened, I'll use coconut oil because coconut oil hardens when it gets colder. So really it just depends, like I said. So that brings me back to clove or to hot oils. So you don't want a stronger, harsher oil you don't want to use that on your skin without a carrier oil. So a good place to put those kind of oils as well, like if you're trying to support your immune system or just overall support, the bottom of the feet is a less sensitive area and it has many pores that will absorb the essential oil. So you would just need to, each oil is different. You could look in a reference book or just Google it for most purposes online to find out if the oil is hot or not. And then if you have a blend that you're wanting to use topically, then you would have to look at each individual ingredient to determine, okay, and you could probably Google it, or if you have a reference guide, it would be way easier because the essential oil reference pocket guide that I use, and I can provide a link to, it has all of the Young Living essential singles categorized in alphabetical order and the blends categorized in the alphabetical order. So you would just use a reference tool. So for example, Thieves. Thieves has rosemary, eucalyptus, lemon, and clove, and eucalyptus, and maybe one more, but it's not coming to me right now. So clove is in Thieves, and lemon can sometimes probably need a little carrier oil too. So if I'm using Thieves on the skin, I would definitely want to use a carrier oil. And there's different ratios that you can use, and some people like to be really exact, and some people like to just follow their instinct. The one thing to remember, and this is a safety tip with essential oils and with essential oils in general, and again, this is like something that you can fall back on, so you don't have to be afraid or beat yourself up if you accidentally use an essential oil that's hot. Like for example, sometimes I've put essential oils on my kids and I use some carrier oil, but it was still a little too potent for their skin, and they say, oh, Mom, it's burning or it's itching. So what I do is I just add more carrier oil. So if you ever happen to get essential oil in your eye, or it's irritating your skin, it's burning, or it's feeling very hot, you do not want to use water because oil and water don't mix. You would want to actually just apply more and more carrier oil. So douse the area in carrier oil, and it will very quickly, you'll notice the discomfort will go away. So anyway, we're talking once again about how to use essential oils topically. So you can, your starter kit came with one of these roll-ons. Let me demonstrate to you how to, I'll do that in another video actually, because I wanted to make this one rather not too lengthy. So with this roller bottle, it's a metal fitment, and you can buy essential oil bottles that have the fitments that come off and on that aren't Young Living specific, and you can make your own blends in there. I like to save all my Young Living bottles once they're empty, and then I can clean them out and make more blends in there or dilute them, you know, add carrier oil, whatever I need to do. I really love the Young Living fitments. These are the best that I've found on the market. But these Young Living roll-on fitments only fit on actual Young Living bottles. So anyway, so this is Joy. This is one of my favorites that I use every day. I would apply it on my heart, so I just roll it on my heart, and then I apply it on my wrist every day. And this is Joy straight out of the bottle. It doesn't require me to use carrier oil. Of course, if you want to make your essential oils last longer too, you can always add carrier oil, add some of the essential oil with carrier oil in another bottle. So I'm just rubbing those in. And that's just another way that you can use them topically. You can get them on your hand, and actually we're combining aromatic use too. This would be considered aromatic use. And believe it or not, that's a highly effective way to use essential oils, but we'll get to that use in another video. I just wanted to demonstrate to you how to use essential oils topically. And so just, for example, along the spine is a good place that I like to rub in essential oils when I'm supporting my kids' immune system, and on the bottom of their feet. And in other videos that I make specifically to specific blends or oils, I'll demonstrate how I use those on other parts of my body topically. But basically in this video, I just wanted to explain what the topical use of essential oils can look like and the things that you need to look out for. So stay tuned for another video, and I hope that you found this useful, and feel free to ask me any questions.